Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. We are talking about the Jack and Lilly Sullivan case, 4 and 6 years old, missing out of Pictou County, Nova Scotia. They have been missing since May 2nd, 2025. Recently, the stepfather, or really the mother's boyfriend, Daniel Martell, has been speaking out, giving us clarifying his clarifications of his clarifications. Why is he doing this? Is it because court is right around the corner and he may not be able to get on YouTube after his new court date? We got a lot to talk about on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. Shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me stand. Judged by the gloss, not the cost. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm in a unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and love. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, energy vine. Clutch them pearls.
Let's go, mother chickens.
Coming in clutch, better tighten them pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff. Just the real that we trust, hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff. Just the real that we trust, hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch. Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff. Just the real that we trust, hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch.
Welcome and thank you. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. If you have a complaint about something and find your content is being used incorrectly, infringement was not done on purpose and will be rectified to all parties' satisfaction. Well, hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Good to see all my beautiful pearls in here. Tonight, we are talking about the Jack and Lilly Sullivan case out of Pictou County, Nova Scotia. Today's time and date is May 28th, 2026. It is currently 6:20 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Good to see you all. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Did you guys get a notification? I went live really early. So I don't know if you guys got a notification because I switched the times a couple times and then I went live early. So they may not have given a lot of notifications out. Just wanted to see if you guys got a notification or not in chat. Tonight, like I said, we're talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan. We're finishing up part 2 on Daniel's lies, more or less, and very interesting things, by the way. So you did, Huggin? Nice. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much. Guys, before we get started, if you would be so kind and please do me a big favor and hit that thumbs up button or double tap that screen if you are on your mobile device. Also, if you would share this live stream out, hit that share button, copy that link, drop it in any of your favorite social media. It really helps. Jack and Lilly has been missing over a year now. They don't get the coverage that they once did, and we have to keep the healthy pressure on the RCMP and those that may have done something to Jack and Lilly. They've been failed tremendously, and we have to see this through. We have to see it through for Jack and Lilly and Belinda and all of that. Also, another way you can help is hyping this video. You get 3 hypes a week. If you don't use it, you lose it. They are completely free. You have to do it on your mobile device, your phone or a tablet. Hyping this video after the live stream. The more you participate, the more if you share it out, you get more points. If you hit the thumbs up, you get more points. If you chat, you get more points. And that all goes toward hyping. Awesome, Smiley Miley. Good to see you. Let me say hello to a few of you guys in here before we get started. Also, you know how Mr. Martell says he doesn't watch YouTube. We know that's a lie, but regardless, he watches YouTube, right? There was a creator live yesterday speaking about Malaya's new boyfriend. And you know Daniel couldn't miss that. You know Daniel, thank you very much, my dear. You know Daniel couldn't miss that. And he was right in there just chit-chatting around. Couldn't miss it, could he? He's so predictable. It's just crazy. I really think justice is coming. Won't be a cold case. No, it's not going to be a cold case. I agree, gasp. Good to see you, my friend. And Aaron, hello. Good to see you. Tasha, good to see you, my friend. Miss Tina, how you doing? Miss Leslie, good to see you. Adele, Will Hype, thank you, my darling. Appreciate you. Anna to the banana, good to see you. Appreciate you, my dear. Corbin, good to see you, my friend. The Happy Farm Gal, good to see you. And Adele, there we go. Sassy Cat, good to see you, my darling. And hello, Dar. Good to see you, Christy. Hello. Violet, thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Good to see you, my darling. Corbin, yes. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Justin, do I need to go watch the other one first, or are you going to catch me up here? Well, the other lab was 4 or 5 hours long. It was a doozy, but there was a lot in it. And Daniel recently did an interview. This lab will probably be 3.5, maybe even 4 hours. We'll have to see. It just depends how much I comment. Share, good to see you, love. Thank you, Miss Pinky. Thank you so much, love. Good to see you, Divine. Good to see you, my dear. We love the UK. Hey, Pam, Tina, Leslie, always keeping it real. Miss Wendy, Laura, good to see you. Pam, Care Bear, good to see you. Boudette's good to see you, my friend. Enoch, bonjour. Anna Mountain, good to see you, my dear. Last night's show was powerful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anne. Appreciate that, my dear. Sandra, bonjour. Little Black Skies, hello. Good to see you. Just a clapping skill. Thank you so much, my darling. Miss Deborah Dixon, how you doing, girl? Good to see you, babe. Tina, Nova, good to see you. Esther, good to see everyone. Mama, good to see you, love. Yilva, hello. How you doing? Leslie, Carol, Liz, good to see you, my dear. The nightmare has to end. Please bring justice for Jack and Lilly soon. I agree. It needs to come soon, sooner than later, right? Sooner than later. And guys, I know that the case is separately with Daniel Martell, but and again, we don't know who the victim is in Daniel Martell's case, right? But I think we sort of do as well. And I think this, even though it has nothing to do with Jack and Lily's case, I think it stems because of Jack and Lily's case. You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, Daphne and I was supposed to do a live today. We are doing that tomorrow. Thank you for saying that, Happy Farm Gal. We're doing a live tomorrow. We're trying to invite Nietzsche and see if we can all do like a live stream tomorrow. So yeah, because there's a lot we got. You know what I mean? Annabelle, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you, Annabelle. Appreciate you. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much. And Denise, good evening, Justin. Great to see you. Great to see you, Denise. How you doing, girl? Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, Miss Denise. It shows a pattern with you. Oh, it does. It does. It does. Yep. At Justin, I said it first. Said what first? What first, my darling? Thank you so much, Denise. Appreciate you. Mr. Lawrence, how you doing, girl? Good to see you. Love you, Justin and Pulse. We love you, Mr. Lawrence. Appreciate you very, very much, darling. Good to see you. Daniel, been talking with my RCMP sources. You are best to speak up and be honest. Please do, and you will have a life again while you're still young enough to. TikTok, Daniel. TikTok. I agree, Share. I agree. The best, honesty is the best policy in things like this. He just needs to admit it. We all know that those kids did not walk away from their house. They were not taken by anybody from, no stranger, no family members. They were in that house. They were taken from that house between the hours of 12:30 midnight and 5:30 in the morning. It's apparent. Now, some of you, support Malaya. Some of you even maybe support Daniel. I don't support either one of them because, in my opinion, they're both liars in their own right. I'm here for Jack and Lilly. I'm not here for the buffoonery, the drama, any of that stuff. I'm here for Jack and Lilly. And, people will do this generic thing like, let's focus on Jack and Lilly. Well, we are focusing on Jack and Lilly, but how you find them is debunking their lies, their inconsistencies, how it couldn't have never happened the way that they are saying it. Hey, fine summer. Good to see you. Esther, Mike, good to see you. So yeah, we're going to kind of pick up where we left off. Yeah. Because it's gotten a little messy lately. There's creators that talk to Malaya, and then there are creators that talk to Daniel, and it's going back and forth and all that. I'll talk to either one of them if they'll talk to me, but they're cowards. One needs a handler, and the other one is a coward himself. So they won't come to anybody that would actually, in my opinion, hold their balls to the wall. Thank you, Granny's house. Good to see you. Hey, Helicopter. And Justin, it's not even about Jack and Lilly are missing. It is the fact that they have suffered neglect, abuse. Yes, exactly, Helicopter. Exactly. Deplorable conditions long before that. And, I have literally been on this case since day one. Since about 3 p.m. on May 2nd. I started this case thanks to one of you guys, one of the locals there. And I have said almost from day one that the best case scenario, and it's really sad about Jack and Lilly, even if they walked away by themselves and they're lost in the woods, I don't think they are, but let's just say that happened. The best case scenario is that they suffered, they were neglected, they were abused, they were in deplorable conditions, just like Helicopter Mama said. That's the best case scenario that those kids had. It's really sad. Really sad. Okay. Okay. I get really heated with this one, guys. It's really something to me that a mother can't speak out for her kids. And it's really something to me that a man gets online and is just smiling and acting like it's almost a game that 2 children are missing. That's not how parents act. It's not. It's not normal, and it'll never be normal. And we should never normalize it. Yes, people can act differently. However, if you are a parent, or a family member, and you know nothing, you are going to be proactive in your missing children's case. And so people say, well, everyone acts differently. Never normalize a parent that is not doing everything that they can to find their kids, because it's not normal. A cat that has kittens looks for her babies if they're lost. Never normalize it. We're watering it down when we do that. Not here. Anyways. Okay, Mama Susu, thank you so much, love. Appreciate you very much. Good to see you. Thank you for 4 months of support. I really appreciate that, Mama Susu. So good to see you, my friend. Thank you so very much, love. And Christine, how you doing, darling? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Good to see you, Miss Christine. Thank you so much. And Miss Patty. Hey, Patty. Good to see you. Thank you so much, love. Appreciate you. Thank you so very much, my dear. Good to see you, Miss Patty. Thank you again. I watched since day one. No notebook. I usually just listen. DM, I think, is going to try to get an insane plea. He still avoided Thursday timeline. Yep. He can remember everything but about 4 hours. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? Helicopter, no love, support, compassion, or empathy for your children. And JM, if you are here, can I give you some advice? Stop yelling and sounding like an evil person. She's mad. She's mad. And what's so interesting about Miss Janie is she blames it all on Malaya. She blames it all on Malaya. She doesn't criticize her own son. Criticizing your children doesn't mean you don't love them, Janie. Doesn't mean you don't love them. It's called tough love. And sometimes that's what they need. You can't enable them to be wife beating, SAing, assaulting jerks. Okay. So that's probably the reason, half the reason he's in the way he is right now. You can love someone and absolutely hate what they're doing. You can absolutely hate what they're doing. Yeah, I did, Lolo. You're not going to agree with your husband 100% of the time, your wife 100% of the time, your girlfriend, your children, your aunt, your uncle, your friends. That's not the way it works. It's not the way it works. So we are going to leave off exactly where we left off yesterday at 2 hours, 54 minutes and 54 seconds. It says we got about another hour and 40 minutes left. Lord have mercy. Daniel. Helicopter, thank you so much, darling. Appreciate you, sweet cheese. Thank you so much for getting the promo like this. Really do appreciate you very, very much. If you receive that, make sure you thank our dear helicopter grandma. Mod, if you would please let me know if the gifts come in what are they called? The stars. And if I miss them, I promise you guys, I will get to them at the end of the live. I don't want you to think I'm ungrateful or anything. So if I miss it, I promise you I'll get to it at the end of the live. They just supposedly changed something. So I don't know if I might be able to see the gifts now. I don't know, but we'll see. What else? So if you missed yesterday's live, Daniel admitted that he had his car scrapped. Now, Daniel had this car. It was stuck up on a logging trail, from what I understand. And he says it was just sitting in the yard, though. And he said he had it. He said that he had it. It was just sitting in the yard. Well, Daniel, it wasn't sitting in your yard. It wasn't sitting in your yard. Your dad has plenty of property. You're lying on that, Daniel. And just so you know, when you said the blue or the bleh, remember that, Daniel? That's when I really knew you were lying. Even though you don't watch this, right, baby? And I found out information when we were doing a live stream back then. And I called the RCMP on you. I sure did. And I have a feeling that the RCMP knows exactly what you did. Have a big ass feeling, Daniel. His father even said that one vehicle was Daniel's. Sure did. Yes, and we read about that. I showed that in an article yesterday. And Daniel was supposed to get it repaired. Daniel was supposed to get it repaired. But didn't though, right? He says cars in Nova Scotia just wear out quicker. He's so dumb. All right, guys, let's get in with it. Credit's going to go to our friend Shar's True Crime Story podcast. Link is provided down in the description for our replay crew. Make sure you sub up to Shar. She talks to Daniel. Daniel's really comfortable with her. She pushes back a little bit on some questions here, but she doesn't. She's not aggressive like I am. So Daniel's comfortable with her. Justin sends you something about the car in the email. Okay. Which and that's another thing we kind of went over yesterday. The two neighbors who heard the car on each side, they knew it was Daniel's car. They knew it was Daniel's car because they've heard the car so many times. So the car was, I think it had it threw a rod or something like that. It would technically still run from what I understand, but it wouldn't, you shouldn't have been driving it. Like it'd damage it more. But I have a feeling, I'll just say in my opinion, that Daniel fired it up on May 3rd after midnight, maybe even before midnight, but certainly till about 5:30 in the morning, and everyone knows it. Deb, good to see you, dear. Here we go.
Because when going from not having it, think you having something, because I always knew I was a little bit, different with the way, I think and, how I live my life. It was much different going from not being diagnosed to being diagnosed and having medication for it.
Okay.
It's a much different world after you get medication. I know there's some people in here that have that.
Yeah. You quit smoking the mathola, Daniel.
ADHD, so maybe they can, attest to that. But it's a whole different world afterwards. And, just trying to manage that and managing, probably having head trauma from, rolling.
Listen to this. I said, this is going to be his defense. He's already laying out the defense right here. He's got head trauma. He's got head trauma from, probably playing football in the yard when he was 12 years old, or having 27 wrecks in a year, and smoking crystal daily.
roll in a vehicle, and then, missing persons case and CPS, and then, the charges. That's a lot on the mind, and so I've learned to adapt to adapt to it the best I can, and try to manage everything. And
you seem to manage really good, Daniel, because you don't seem to take anything seriously. You seem to always have a smile behind in your voice. You can hear the grinning in your voice.
It's
your buffoonery.
It's been a struggle, but at the same time, I have people that that are with me every step of the way, and I couldn't be more grateful for them for sticking around when days got hard, and it's a lot, but I'm thankful for everybody who's stuck by my side through the harshest of times. And that's another thing too.
They should have dropped your ass and made you be a man for once in your life.
With people criticize,
and then when you pick yourself up,
Jordan, and
they can help you.
Jordan's been with me every step of the way, right? Like, he doesn't bat an eye when things get tough. He helps. So I'm grateful for him as well, and I'll give a shout out to him for that. Same as Chance as well. They're really good people, and they don't deserve to be drugged through the mud like people are doing. And people don't know them for who they are. I've known them, both of them, for over 20 years, since I was like
exactly great.
Really young, like probably like grade 9 or something like that, or grade 10. And they've been a part of my life that I'm pretty thankful for. All they ever see is sorry for cutting you off. All they ever see is Jordan shooting off to people online, and that's because he gets criticized for no reason, and it's hard to battle the amount of people on the internet that are trying to put you down for just being my friend or being Darren's son. And
well, it's not specifically them. Don't take it personally. It's about your lies. You're lying on a 4 and a 6-year-old missing children's case. Oh, I got 70 or 80%. I just need one more thing. Ironclad.
I think that was the point, Daniel, that, people like Jordan and even Chance, they're being accused and they're lashing out and they're angry. And that seems to some people to be a normal reaction. And we haven't seen that from you. And they, maybe think that you should be more angry if you're completely innocent. Then why doesn't this stuff piss you off more? I think that was
because he's, in my opinion, not. In my opinion, he's not. And this is the thing. He couldn't even take responsibility that him and Malaya should have treated these kids better. This man can take no responsibility whatsoever. He's incapable.
It's kind of the gist of the question.
It's like, I don't see a point in it, Charmaine. I'm intelligent enough to know that that's not the route that I want to take, and that's that's not me. I'm not some super aggressive person that looks to lash out. And I did lash out at the start, but I do it in a way where it's not I'm not swearing at people. I'm not doing Facebook recordings, and that's not my style, we'll call it. And that's because most of the people that would shoot off to Jordan online, they wouldn't do that in person, believe me. And
bet I've done
there wouldn't
before.
be many people that do that.
You know how many houses I've been out in front of? Bet, Daniel.
Agreed. So
bet.
Back in the beginning of this, when you first came up, you mentioned that you thought you knew, I can't remember, you said you knew or you thought the kids were special needs when you first met them.
Yeah.
Can you, like, what made you think that? Like, what about their...
When I very first, you know, I think I mentioned this before, but I can dive into it again. Very first, date I ever took Malay on.
Under the waterfall.
Like she invited me into her grandmother's house, and Cindy was ready there.
I really think he has an obsession with Malaya. I really do. I think he can't stand her, but he can't stand like she's got a new man, which Malaya, how many men does this make you now? 3? I know it's at least 2 in the past year. Like, I just can't even imagine. Like, you got 2 kids missing, and you're working to get your daughter back, and you're going, I mean, do things, whatever, but like, that energy is not being poured out on finding Jack and Lilly, it seems.
Ready, and Wade were ready there to interrogate me. And, but yeah, Lily was crawling around on the floor, and I knew right away that,
Oh, he makes her breakfast. Well, guess what? Jack and Lilly didn't get breakfast. Go to hell, Malaya.
Lily was a special girl, and
that's so sad, man.
She didn't play like the other kids, and she didn't. She did different mannerisms, and her behavior was a little bit different. The very first day I never met Jack, he was up taking a nap in his room. But yeah, I met Lily on the very first day, and when you're new to an environment and people, right, you observe them. Like most people do it subconsciously, but I always try to take every situation, and I think that's a part of ADHD. You're hypervigilant on every individual around you in the environment. And I have I will say a knack for that type of stuff. So.
Yeah, Lily was a special girl. Yeah.
I could tell right away. And then that never scared me off. I don't want people to, think that I was, opening and willing to, find out who Jack and Lily really were, same as Malaya. I was very interested at that time.
Well, Daniel, you showed everyone who you really were, didn't you? You showed everyone who you were.
Okay, thank you. Backing up just a little bit, I do know what Justin is asking here, because you had mentioned that because of the supervision and you had supervised visits, and there was the substance abuse thing that you were, I guess you were in recovery. I can't remember exactly what you said, but you mentioned substance abuse as being one of the reasons why supervised visits at the very beginning. And Justin is asking, but you said you weren't using at the time. Can you clarify?
Yeah. So he says CPS came to their house because they were giving resources because of Jack and Lily's behavior and possible diagnosis of autism. And then why did they not allow Meadow to stay there? And he's like, because of my substance abuse disorder. Well, if you're not using, and Daniel, you can argue with me till the day of judgment, there was drugs found in your home and allegedly in the car. Daniel said they would have arrested me if there was drugs. No, they wouldn't. No, they would not. No, they wouldn't, Daniel. They are not worried about arresting you for drugs when two children are missing and one child, the other child, is being neglected at the time. They're not worried about that. And not only that, there was Malaya's family says there was drugs in the house as well. Daniel, while everyone was out there searching for Jack and Lilly, you was sitting your ass in the woods smoking your pipe.
Clarify that.
Yeah, I wasn't using it at the time. No, not during the search. Haley didn't catch me in the bathroom doing drugs. That's
again, if Daniel says no, it's a yes. It's a yes. Haley didn't catch it. So all of that's made up, Daniel. All of that's made up, right? Is that what you're saying? Let me see if I can pop this up right here. All of that's made up. Is that what you're saying, Daniel? Because you once, you say, had a substance abuse disorder, that's why they took Meadow out of the house. If anybody believes that, you're smoking what he's smoking.
that's another bullshit lie. And then they, Cindy supposedly confronted me about it, and no, none of that ever happened.
I've never seen anybody like him. I truly have never, ever, honest to God, I have never seen someone like Martell, ever. Just lies about things he doesn't need to lie about. Of course, there was confrontation. Haley was on your ass the entire time. You and Cindy got into it. You told her to go fuck off or something whenever she got out of the ambulance.
But no, I wasn't using drugs at that time. I wasn't high at that time.
Bullshit.
Somebody earlier asked if you trusted Malaya then, and if you still trust Malaya now. Obviously on a different level, but do you still have trust for Malaya?
I trusted Malaya at the time, like all the way through our relationship. She was very trustworthy, and Malaya is a good person, right? I'm not going to sit here and bash Malaya for her choices, because when you make a choice, Charmaine, the reason why you make a choice is because you always believe it's the right choice. No one's gonna.
Okay, this is one of the messages from very, very, very early on in the case. Very, very early on. The mother has already been drug tested and removed from the home. RCMP and Department of Community Services and Child Protection Services strongly recommend that she leave the dwelling. Drug paraphernalia was located inside the home along with one of the vehicles. I cannot speak on who owned the vehicle or what exactly was found, but I can confirm that the drug paraphernalia was located at the residence. The mother and the baby were removed to a secure location away from this property. And guess what? What came out a little bit later? That there was a fight. Why was there a fight? Because Daniel was in the bathroom where he kept his rugs on a hot water tank, smoking the crystal.
Make
Your
the wrong
birthstone,
choice
Daniel.
if they know it's the wrong choice, right? Like, but Malaya was, trustworthy. Like I didn't know she was planning to leave me. I had no idea. Right.
You
But,
did. You did.
that's what happened, and I'm over it, and I move on with my life, and she moves on with her life. And for as trustworthy now, absolutely not.
It was so funny because another creator did a live stream last night about Malaya's new boyfriend, and Daniel was right in there. He couldn't help himself. His impulse control is about that of a 3-year-old. He had to be in there to hear it, even though he doesn't watch YouTube, y'all. Right? Just like he said, he doesn't have any fake screen names either, which we know that's bullshit.
Zero trust in anything that she says, or any way she conducts herself, or any action.
Little Red, you had a good live stream today. I was listening, darling.
That she takes. It's just simply, easy way to put it, the trust is eroded to a point where it's non-existent.
Yeah. Is there any part of you that still feels protective over Malaya's reputation? Over, do you feel like you have any kind of responsibility to Malaya in any way, shape, or form?
No, I don't have any
What are you
responsibility to
talking about,
Malaya at
Summer
all,
Breeze?
other than her being the mother of our child. I mean, other than that, there's no responsibility. I don't protect her in any way. I don't see a point at, like, it's a question that I don't truly have an answer for, but there's no responsibility after everything that she said, and the actions that she done moving forward. There's nothing there. It's looking out into a wasteland. There's nothing. It's an abyss. And
I get it. I wanted to ask because there's this whole, like,
I do believe MBM is working with RCMP.
there are a lot of people that think that, the three of you and Janie and Malaya know what happened, and you're all kind of protecting each other. And
it's impossible for them not to. It's impossible. Whenever neighbors hear them on both sides of their house, it's impossible. Tucker is barking. Janie's up. Malaya is up. It's impossible. When neighbors hear you on each side, Daniel's loud ass car, your little blue car, Daniel. Come on now. Oh, I'm sorry, Summer.
I couldn't understand that because of everything that's happened. At what point do you stop protecting the person that's accusing you, and now you're up on charges?
Drone, Daniel only does something he thinks might benefit him. There is, not that I'm counting, but 40 days until July 7th. And I think he's trying to put his narrative out there because, if jail comes, quickly after that, there are no more Daniel streams. And so he's wanting to get things out there. I also think, that's all I'll say for now.
And all this stuff, like, at what point would that stop? So I wanted to ask, and there are so many people who want to know, Daniel, what you believe happened. They want to know if you still believe the children are alive, And, if you're willing to give a little bit of speculation of what you think could have happened.
I'm guessing it sounds like they want the theory that I have, and if you want, I will, you know,
What makes the most sense to you in your head? Like, I understand that you don't want to throw out accusations, but you have to think about it day in and day out. I would think. What do you believe? If you believe the kids are still alive, what do you believe? What makes the most sense to you?
I will tell you exactly what I told investigators last time I talked to them.
Tell us, Daniel. Let's hear it.
And
Let's hear it, baby.
I said,
Hit us.
no, it's been over a year.
Uh-huh.
Me and Malaya,
Are liars.
we've been fully investigated.
Yeah.
And I said after a year, like, this is what I had to come to the absolute realization of. And like, at this point, like, if Malaya's not involved, I don't know what Major Crimes knows, right? So I can't speak on their behalf or what they know. But I believe it is criminal 100% at this point. And I believe that it was either...
That's a step. Now, who or whom's is the criminal, Daniel? Tell us that. Who is the criminal or criminals? Tell us, Daniel.
I believe it was professionals at this point, or somebody with...
Oh my God, I haven't heard this part. Holy shit, on a shingle. You are kidding me. Professionals, Daniel? Professionals. Do you know there are very few professionals out there, and they generally work for the government if they're professional? Daniel, baby, you are smoking the crystal, baby. You are. You have to be. You cannot be serious. It's professional. How did you get professional? So yeah, out of everywhere in Canada, right? Some professional goes to Pictou County, Nova Scotia, Lansdowne Station, population 150, and they're like, yeah, let's go to the backyard and kidnap some kids, where a trailer and a dog, where the grandma is, who can see straight up the fucking driveway and straight out in the yard. Yeah, let's all right, Daniel. Cool.
With the knowledge to commit a crime that's done this stuff before, and they got away with it for now. But eventually...
Oh, let's see. They're getting away with it for now. I've not heard this, so you're going to get my true reaction on this. Oh, Lord. Shall we pray? Can I get a witness, Daniel? Since you're a witness, can I get a witness too?
They got away with it for now. But, eventually they will get caught, and I hope they do.
They will.
But it's where I come from. This standpoint is there must have been some person or some organization of some kind of human traffickers that knew me and Malaya's routine.
They knew him and Malaya's routine. They just knew Jack and Lilly was going to not go to school that morning. They just knew that they were going to kidnap 2 kids. Now, let's just remember here, the RCMP says and has said from day one, the very few things that they have said is that this is not a stranger abduction. There is no evidence to suggest that. So just like I think it's the retired guy who always worked for the RCMP. He says they made it clear that this wasn't a stranger abduction, right? That they weren't abducted in general. And they haven't, there's no sign that they walked in the woods, took off by themselves. So that only leaves one thing. Come on. But it's so interesting to hear Daniel spew this.
They stalked us. They knew everything, we do. And the kids were home from school. They, somehow knew that. And then they took the kids. And then they must have had an individual or a group of individuals plant the blanket up there at the perfect time. Because Charmaine, you know how much balls it would take in a missing person's,
Oh, Daniel. Oh, Daniel. Oh my God. So they planted that blanket, the one Daniel lied about on the news for a flat ass week. They lied about that, right? Oh, got it, Daniel. Yeah. It is it's quite shocking to me how this man actually utters this. It's one thing for him to think it. It's another thing for him to utter it. It's another thing for him to utter it in front of thousands of people. I mean, can you? And yes, they took Daniel's DNA. And guess what? Guess what? They didn't take anybody else's, according to Daniel. They didn't take anybody else's DNA. He was asked, I think it was a CBC interview. Did they take anybody else's DNA? He said, no, like that. And they said that they wanted to compare. I bet you privately, the RCMP, when they're listening to these interviews, they're just like this. That's what they're like. Just fucking crazy, man.
With two missing children missing, and then plant a blanket up the road.
Hold on.
And then they must have had an individual or a group of individuals plant the blanket up there.
Yeah, like they knew that this piece of a pink blanket, they knew this piece of a pink blanket was right in the trash. How convenient. How convenient that they knew this piece of a pink blanket was right there in the trash at the end of the road in a bag, and they took it out with one hand and planted it. Oh, you're getting somewhere, Danny. Here's your one chance. Fancy, don't let me down.
At the perfect time. Because Charmaine, you know how much balls it would take?
Well, I don't know if it take balls. I think it's, if you're hopped up on meth and you're trying to throw the RCMP off. Don't really think it takes balls. I just think it takes math.
In a missing person's, with 2 missing children missing, and then plant a blanket up the road. The person must have had some serious balls to undertake that when there's helicopters in the air, drones, and hundreds of
Daniel, baby, you planted it beforehand. Now, Daniel wants you to believe that this was planted, that the bus couldn't see it. In the RCMP documents, they don't say that they can see it or they can't see it, from what I recall. Lord have mercy. I'm glad he's saying this. Lori, thank you so much, love. Very generous of you. Appreciate that. Oh, Lord, Daniel. Doesn't anyone advise him to reread his last statements? Thank you, Lori. Maybe a project with mommy at night. Thank you for giving us entertainment, Justin. You're awesome, and we love the analysis. Poor Jack and Lily. Thank you so much, Lori. I appreciate you very, very much, honey. And this is the thing. Like, this is why I call Daniel a reptile, because a reptile is just kind of what is ever in front of them at the moment is their life, right? Like, they're just going to eat that bug, right? They're just reactive. Daniel, he doesn't think about his previous statements. And it's like, but Daniel, that can't be possible because you said something complete opposite last time. It's crazy to me. Oh my God. Laura, to the office, please. You're being paged. Laura, to the office, please. You're being paged. We need a late slip for Laura. Good to see you, Laura. Thank you, dear, for being here. Thank you again, Lori. Appreciate you very, very much, my dear. It's bad.
the searchers on the road. The person must have had some serious balls to undertake that when there's helicopters in the air, drones, and hundreds of searchers and law enforcement and my family driving around and, neighbors that help search.
Okay, now I'm I'm going to ask Daniel this, because Daniel doesn't think things through, obviously, because I'm going to show you right here. Daniel, you say that the blanket was not there when the bus ran that morning. And you say that it wasn't there when the bus ran that evening, right? So are you telling us we should believe, well, first of all, we should believe you? No. Second of all, are you saying someone was stalking you and kidnapped Jack and Lily and headed for the hills, so to speak, and then came back and planted the blanket? Is that what you're saying? Don't you think they would be busy with, I don't know, 2 kids? It's like they kidnapped Jack and Lily. They drove them wherever they drove them. And then hours later, they come back, get the blanket, take it a kilometer away while everyone's out looking for Jack and Lily. You're exhausting. You really are. You are deplorable in every sense of the word. I mean, think of that. Think of that. The person would have had to have kidnapped Jack and Lilly because he says it wasn't there when the bus ran in the morning. He says it wasn't seen when the buses ran of the evening. What time was the blanket found? They grabbed the blanket when they took the kids for later. Yeah. Yeah. Like they didn't have enough to do, right? Yeah. And they just knew the blanket was going to be in there. You're not good at this, Daniel. I know you think you're clever. He really does. That's the amusing part. Behind the scenes, Daniel thinks he is so clever. You're not. Yeah, 3:45. Okay. So they kidnap Jack and Lilly at 9:40 and take them wherever they take them, and they would have had to have driven back to plant that blanket. Not a chance. Not a chance. RCMP says there is no sign of abduction.
That must have been that was a really ballsy move to plant the blanket and, you know, get it from the property and plant it up there at the perfect time, and then you can get away with it.
So Daniel, all those people that was looking for Jack and Lilly by 3:45, right? Because there was drones up in the air by 10:35. By 10:35, there was drones in the air. All of those people down there, surely someone had to have seen them plant this blanket. And Daniel, guess what? They know every fucking car that went in and out of there when especially they were there that day. They know every vehicle that went in and out of there that day.
Leaves, you know, this crazy conspiracy type ordeal, but like at this point, I believe, you know, if Malay and her family aren't behind it, then that's the only other logical, you know, theory to come up with, or something that
it's not logical.
I can run by. Yeah.
There was a question earlier, and I forgot to highlight it, but do you know if Malaya knew Eli Wojcik?
As far as I know, no. I know the name comes up quite a bit. I don't know who he is, and you know, major crimes. No, that I don't.
This is Sherry. The reason his answers are always so long is because he is over explaining. That's what liars do. They have to overcompensate, right? When you're telling the truth, you just say it like it is, and if they have questions, you'll answer it. But he just continues.
I don't know who he is.
Overcompensating.
Because from all the digital data they would have been able to collect off her phones, they would have seen some kind of type of connection. And I know from my phone, there's no connection there because I don't know the guy. And from as far as I know, I don't know if Malaya knew him either. I don't know how she would have. I was with her for 3 years. I never heard the name before Darren brought it up. Darren was the first one to ever bring that up to me. He called me one night when I was laying in bed, and I picked up the phone. I said, "Hey, Darren." He said, "Hey, Daniel, did you know a guy named Eli?" And I said, "No, I don't know anyone with that name."
You got the flu.
And he's like, "You owe him $28,000, don't you?" I'm like, "No, Darren. Like, you know how crazy that sounds? That I owe someone $28,000 for drugs? Like, do you know?"
Well, you owe the government $30,000.
How crazy that sounds?
Allegedly.
You know how many years of drug use that would have to be without paying back a single cent?
I mean, I don't think you owe $28,000 in rugs. You've probably screwed some people over, but I don't think that has to do with Jack and Lilly.
Or accepting $28,000 in drugs. Like, first of all, I never bought that much money in drugs ever. And for a lot of people out there in the world, that's a whole year salary, right? So I don't know the guy, never plan on knowing the guy. From what the messages I get, people say he's a bad guy, but I have no idea, right? I don't know him. But the very first time I ever heard the name was from Darren. And Darren seems to think that I owed him $20,000 in drug money, or I gave him the kids, and that's just ludicrous. That's just a crazy thing to think. And, Darren still continues to push a narrative that, oh, if you want to know where the kids are, just ask Daniel. Like, Darren, I don't know.
Well, I hate to say I agree with Durwood, but I agree with Durwood.
And I continue to work with Major Crimes trying to figure that out. But it's like I don't feel needed as
Daniel. Major Crimes is not speaking with you. You know that.
Much from
And I think that's another reason you are out speaking right now, is because you're nervous. You're nervous. You got 40 days until you have to take your plea deal or plead how you're going to plead. And then you'll have a trial, which, again, you're innocent unless and until proven guilty. However, the prosecutor has said that they believe that they have more than enough to prove that you assaulted, and forcibly confined a victim. And why did they reschedule it? Because they had more evidence that the RCMP had to give prosecutors, and that the prosecutor had to give your attorney. Yes. Big time.
Major Crimes. So I'm guessing they could be exploring another avenue or doing whatever they do, right? I have no idea, like the stuff in behind the scenes, but that name was first brought to me by Darren randomly one night on a phone call.
Okay. Do you know who exactly found that boot on the pipeline in the initial
I believe
search?
it was found during the middle of the night. There was like a lot of talk of one of the neighbors found it, and then there was a lot of talk that searchers found it during the middle of the night. But like that boot print was fully exhausted, because when I went up to, had my briefing with Commander of Operations and the team up there, they told me that they exhausted that area. They put like so much effort into that one area, and it obviously turned up nothing. But
Daniel, you are so full of shit. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. God, you are exhausting, Daniel. You are fucking exhausting. Give me a second, guys. But I'm going to prove you every fucking time, Daniel. So just get used to it. They exhausted it. Hold on, let me see what you said here.
Briefing with Commander of Operations and the team up there, they told me that they exhausted that area. they put like so much effort into that one area, and it obviously turned up nothing. But that's the closest boot print that they have to a potential match.
Okay.
It's not 100% match.
Okay, Daniel. You lion sack. Oh, shit. Again, Daniel is now saying the boot print is not 100% match, right? Not 100% match. In the beginning, he denied the damn boot print. The only one he would talk about is the boot print in the yard, the freshly raked yard. Okay.
So in August, the Globe and Mail and other media outlets received 13 documents. Whenever police need to, get a warrant or like make a records request access, they have to get an authorization from a judge. And in this case, police had all of those authorizations sealed because of the open court principle, and anything filed in the courts is supposed to be accessible to the public. The Globe and Mail, along with 2 other media outlets, made an application to unseal those documents. And so we successfully did. Some of the information is redacted, but there is quite a bit there. And the records requests were to request parents' bank records, cell phone information, video surveillance from companies to corroborate information that they had already given police. And so some of the information that we found that stood out for us in these documents was that police collected the toothbrushes from the home, that they found a sock and children's boot prints in the woods, that they went to lengthy avenues to identify as being the same type of boot Lily was wearing at the time she went missing.
They went to lengthy avenues to verify that this was the same boot print that Lily was wearing at the time she went missing.
The documents also showed that Malaya and Daniel's polygraph tests were found to have been truthful, and that at that time, police did not believe Lily and Jack's disappearance was a criminal act. Another key thing that came out in the documents is this pink blanket that, has come up in other stories we've reported on. And the key thing about this pink blanket is that it was found a kilometer from the trailer where Jack and Lily disappeared from. And it's perhaps the only physical clue in the case. So what's interesting is that Malaya's sister found this blanket along with 2 other family members the day the children were reported missing in the afternoon. And Daniel originally said that blanket was not Lily's.
Oh, okay. Daniel said that blanket wasn't Lily's, and they said that the RCMP went to great lengths to confirm that boot print was Lily's. They even went to Walmart and got the same boot in the same make, the same size.
Leia said the blanket was Lily's.
Yes.
Then Daniel suggested that the people who found the blanket planted it.
Oh, but now, guys, now he thinks it's a hit group, a hitman. Yeah.
So I spoke with Malaya's sister, Haley Ferdinand, who found the blanket, and she denies having planted anything.
We most certainly did not. And that's on everything I have, the person I am. I would not do that in the midst of to obstruct a case for missing children, regardless if they're related to me or not. I would never.
So why do you think Daniel is suggesting that you planted it? He told that to me as well.
Probably because I was the one that was hot on his ass the whole time we were there.
That might be why Daniel blamed Haley.
And he didn't like me from the get-go when I got there because he would not speak to any of Malaya's family when we showed up to help the search for Lily and Jack. He'd put his head down. He would ignore us. He would walk away from us. He wouldn't engage in conversation. And I kept at him. I was there for Jack and Lily, and I'm still here for Jack and Lily.
That has been sent for forensic, and it's very interesting information, and perhaps the only physical clue that the public knows about at this point. And that blanket, police have told us, has been sent for forensic testing.
In which they also got Daniel's DNA. And Daniel said, well, of course my DNA is going to be on it, right? Right. Well, I guess so, Daniel. I mean, yeah.
But I've gone to many other parts of the province where people that are related to these children live. And sometimes that's just a door-knocking mission that...
So there's that, Mr. Martell. Moving forward.
So that is not ever ruled out definitively that it was Jack or Lily's boot print.
Wrong.
Okay. What time does Malaya usually get the kids ready for school?
Malaya would usually get the kids up around 6:30 or a little bit after, because they had to be on the bus for 7:30 in the morning. So they start their mornings, getting on the bus at 7:30. So at that time too, the sun's, starting to come up, or there's light outside. So it was hard for me to distinguish if the kids were going to school or not, because it would have been light either way. But it's usually 6:30 or a little bit later that Malaya would get up with the kids and, get them off to school, get them fed and get them dressed and get them off to school.
Well, she didn't dress them for bed because she said she would have to open up a plastic bag to get their clothes, and she just didn't. And she didn't make them breakfast that morning, right? If you're still in bed at 9:40, who is in bed at 9:40 when you have 3 children under the ages of 6 years old, all freaking wait, and supposedly 1 or 2 of them are sick? And yet Malaya puts them to bed at 10 o'clock. And that's almost 12 hours. That's almost 12 hours of them not being checked on. Does anyone believe that?
Usually made the lunches the night before, sometimes in the morning before the kids went off to school, but usually at night.
Exactly. It's so obvious. It's so obvious.
Okay, thank you. And did all of the kids have life insurance policies, or just Jack and Lily, Daniel?
As far as I'm aware, none of the kids have life insurance policies.
Thank you for that. And
because what do people think, that we're trying to collect money off of them?
Well, Daniel, you did collect money off of them, and your other 2 kids that's when you got caught.
that is
That's
a going theory.
that's another absolute ludicrous theory, and it's just the imagination of people runs wild. But
Yours,
I
that's
never
for sure.
put down a question, because no question's stupid, right? Because everyone's trying to find answers, just like I am, and just like Mom is, and just like Major Crimes is. I can't speak for Malaya or any of her family. Hopefully they're trying to seek answers, but they're not trying to do it through the public eye, which I really wish her family would step up, because either way you're going to get attacked. And if you're going to get attacked, you might as well do it raising awareness instead of hiding. And that's why I've took the approach of being so open and being so honest with the public, is just due to the fact I've
honest people don't have to say they're honest. Just always remember that. Honest people never have to tell you, I'm being honest with you. I'm being upfront with you. They don't have to say that. They know that they are. And the public can tell when someone is honest or not.
have nothing to hide, and that's why I speak
When someone says they have nothing to hide, they're hiding something.
so openly. And at this point, I said on Sunny's show, like, I probably have the most interviews and the most time ever talked by anyone in a missing persons case. And
Are you dumb? You have the most time speaking with out of anyone in a missing persons case? Okay, let's say you do. That doesn't make you telling the truth. Just because you speak doesn't mean you're telling the truth.
I'm going to continue to talk and continue to, try to help the public as much as possible to find answers, because right now, like,
It's obvious, Daniel.
or in general,
It's
I know me
obvious.
and Mom don't have any answers to push this case forward. So I always urge the public to, have come up with any perspectives or any angles or any theories or anything of that nature that can push the case forward, and we can try to find Lily and Jack. That's always been, the best thing that can happen from this case is Lily and Jack are found safely, and and there's a lot of people out there that don't think they're alive, but I'll always firmly believe that they're alive, because I'll never lose hope. And that's a negative way of thinking, and I don't think anyone should ever think like that. Should always think positive. And that's the way I've got, through the last year, is just thinking positive and hoping for the best outcome. That's what you should always hope for.
I mean, it's good to have hope. I agree. But when you're in this realm of true crime, you can't help but be, I guess,
But
biased.
Charmaine, the thing is, if you apply negative thinking to one aspect of your life, you never want that to bleed over into the rest of your life.
It's not negative thinking, Daniel. It's logical thinking, something that you are just simply not capable of doing. It's logical thinking. The RCMP, in my opinion, are building a case right now. Daniel even says it's criminal. He doesn't say whose or whom's the criminal or criminals, but you know it. I know it. And the RCMP, Daniel, said that there is a very, very slim chance that Jack and Lily are alive. I don't think Jack and Lily saw May 3rd at all, or May 2nd.
So it's always just best to always think positive. And I know it's hard for, some people all the time, because, their lives aren't positive, but that's the best way to live your life, is just always think positive. Even in the darkest times, you should always think positive. And then, that's what I've done the whole way through. And the last year for me hasn't been pretty, but I always try to think positive. My life hasn't been pretty, for the last year. Definitely not as pretty as Anita, right? So,
yeah. I want to say just really quickly, I'm not going to go too much longer. I will have Daniel back though, but I understand the chat is going crazy, and I get it, and people have been timed out and they're pissed off, but it is what it is. I don't care. But what I will say is, I'm going to go back, and the moderators who aren't acting respectfully, be prepared to lose your wrench. Chelsea, she would like to speak to Chance herself. Daniel, if you could put in a word for her.
That's all he's got.
I'm just looking for information. If you wouldn't mind doing that. I know that I had the same comment to Daniel a while ago, and I had asked.
Well, so I shouldn't tell you guys this, but I just went in when I was blocked. I just went in my other chat and blocked the mods that was blocking me, so they couldn't block me or time me out. So I got what I needed out, but I wasn't in the chat at this time. Shar was way behind.
Him to put in a word with Chance and no dice, which
I did try.
I'm thankful for at this point. But just heads up, Chelsea. But I'm sure. Do you mind doing that, Daniel?
I mean, I can, but I doubt Chance will talk.
I knew which mods were timing me out, so I was just like, there we go.
Chance has nothing to do with any of this. I went and picked up Chance and Adam on May 3rd, and they helped.
Thank you so much, Miss Helicopter Grandma. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, dear. If you receive that, make sure you thank our dear Helicopter Grandma for that. Really appreciate you, my dear. I did give up the secret sauce. I shouldn't have done that, but I don't care. You were on fire, Justin. I was like, oh my God, I hope he took his blood pressure pill. Daniel's just up there just spewing just lies. But
helped me.
He can see me. I think Janie has me blocked though, because I can't see Janie. So I think she has me blocked.
Search. And
oh, when did not play it?
You know, that's the extent of, you know, what they did, you know, during the duration of the searches. They helped me for the day. I brought them home. And
thank you so much, Miss Pam.
And, you know, that was
actually a conversation that I had with some people. Why did you feel it necessary to bring in Chance and Adam on that day to help you search? Can you
tell us
talk
why,
about
Daniel?
that? Like, where was your what?
Remember, Daniel went to pick up Chance and his rug dealer, and I think it was Adam. Thank you so much, Anna. Appreciate you 5 months. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much, Anna. Good to see you, baby, and thank you for 5 months of continuous support. I do really appreciate that. But he drove all this way to go get Chance and them, right? I think he, in my opinion, something is up there. You know what I mean? Something is up there, if you ask me. What it is, I don't know, but something is up there. What vehicle did he take? He took Malaya's, from what I understand.
Made you think of reaching out to them, or did they reach out to you? Like, tell me about that, please.
They reached out to me, and Chance and Adam both knew the kids, right? They both met them before, and Adam met them, you know, quite a few more times than Chance did. But you know, like, no, I've always been close with both of them, and I knew Chance and Adam very well, and I still talk to them, and
you mean you still buy from them?
I felt like that was another option that we had, was just to have more boots on the ground searching, right?
Right, because you criticized the other searchers, right, Daniel? The 175 searchers.
It's
the 1%.
It's a fairly hard terrain to, go through and for everyone to search. But I believe the more people you had searching, the better it would be. And
right.
that was always under that belief. And, Adam, he met Jack and Lilly many times. And so both of them were more than willing. And
Sam, no, you didn't. If alopecia Tucker barks for everything, they all know what happened. Oh my God, that's Tucker's new nickname, alopecia Tucker. That's
My dog's name is not Fluffy. My dog's name is Tucker. 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 If you don't hear it, maybe you'll know what it spells.
Jumped in the car and, helped me search pretty far up. It was quite a distance from the house. It was at least 5 kilometers, if not more. And there was, helicopters up in that area and drones. And we came across quite a few searchers that were up in that area. And a lot of people were up in that area before we even started searching. So
hold on, wait a second. I got to go back. What do you say? Leslie, always keeping it real. Thank you so much. 19 months. Guys, please hit that thumbs up button or double tap that screen if you're on mobile. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate you. I need to hear this, what he says right here. Hold on.
5 kilometers, if not more. And there was, helicopters up in that area and drones. And we came across quite a few searchers that were up in that area. And a lot of people were up in that area before we even started searching. So that's why when, people say,
Daniel, were you having Chance and them get you out of that logging trail, buddy? Getting your car out. Is that what they were there for?
Oh,
is that why you guys took the ATV and all that stuff?
You searched up on the pipeline, hiding evidence with two other people, referring to them. Like that. No, there was already helicopters up there and already a lot of.
What? Hiding evidence? Hold on. Guys, I got to go back.
Adam, he met Jack and Lilly many times. And, it was quite a distance from the house. It was pretty far. Jumped in the car. And both of them were more than willing and, jumped in the car and, helped me search pretty far up. It was quite a distance from the house. It was at least 5 kilometers, if not more. And there was, helicopter.
We need to look out 5 kilometers. We need to look outside of the 5 kilometers. Because that's what they were looking at. They've that 5 kilometers. We need to look outside of that.
Helicopters up in that area and drones. And we came across quite a few searchers that were up in that area. And a lot of people were up in that area before we even started searching. So
he's very uncomfortable here. He's very uncomfortable with what he's saying right here. You can hear it in his voice. You can hear it in his breathing. He is saying there were already people up there searching before we were searching. If you got headphones on, listen, you can hear his breathing and the way his speech pattern. He's lying. He's very uncomfortable here.
Up in that area before we even started searching.
He's getting ahead of it. This right here makes me very uncomfortable. What he's talking about right here. This makes me very, very uncomfortable now with Chance and Adam. This makes me very uncomfortable, to be honest with you.
So that's why when, people say, oh, you searched up on the pipeline, hiding evidence with two other people, referring to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. You got to get ahead of it, don't you, Daniel? That's why people say we're hiding evidence with them.
Like that? No, there was already helicopters up there and already a lot of searchers at that point. Because,
guys, I think, listen to this. I think I've always kind of thought Jack and Lilly were near water. But now I'm starting to think after a year that they may be in higher elevation, which is a very rare thing for someone to place someone. I've only seen it in maybe 2 other cases. But Daniel talks about, I'm not going to say because I might need to tell the RCMP something. Because I don't want him to. I'm just saying. Because something he said before, something he did before, and now he's saying it again. I'm going to hold off on that, guys, because I know he's watching. I'm not going to say it here.
as they wanted me to try to remain out of the woods because I searched so many areas that.
Hold on, what?
At that point, like that. No, there was already helicopters up there and already a lot of searchers at that point. Because they wanted me to try to remain out of the woods because I searched so many areas that they didn't want to risk throwing off the dogs, right? Because
they didn't want you in the woods because of the dogs? What?
They would smell my scent because it wasn't natural to the environment.
Oh my God.
Because that's the way a search dog works.
You're a dumbass.
I can explain that for your viewers if you want to know a little bit more in depth on how, search dogs work.
You'll explain it wrong. Deb, thank you, baby. Appreciate you. I'm sorry you're feeling bad, Deb. Why was it important for Daniel to bring Chance and Adam when they were already hundreds of trained searchers on the ground? What did Chance and Adam know about the area or the kids? Precisely. He says he just wanted it because, to add a few more searchers. But remember, he went and got them. He went and got them. And I'm seeing something now. There was a reason he went and got them. There was a reason. Mm-hmm. You're exactly right, Deb. Daniel only does things for, which we all do. I mean, we all do something for a reason, right? I
think you did the last time, but you can go ahead.
The way a search dog works is the natural environment has a scent to it that's untouched, right? It's nature. And when an artificial smell comes into an area, the search dogs are able to pick that up because it's not natural to the environment. and they can hone in on that because the smell and the scent molecules will either linger on the ground or linger in the air. I believe that's based on moisture content because moisture holds scent molecules. So, yeah, that's the way search dog work. They look for smells that aren't natural to the environment. And nobody can say otherwise other than that, because that was told to me by commander of operations. And then he went on to tell me and mom, the day that they, packed up and they were done searching for the initial searches. The dogs are very good, but the best animal for searching, if they could ever train one, would be a bear. Bear have the best scent detection out of any.
Oh my God, Daniel, shut the entire fuck up. Fucking smartest idiot ever. I need to start drinking. I swear I do. Yes, search bears. We got the search grizzlies on the scene. Someone make me an AI picture with Daniel holding a search grizzly on the scene with drones in the air, helicopters. I need that AI picture. Oh my God. He's fucking exhausting.
Animal that's natural.
I think he tries just to wear us fucking down. You're not
to
going
the
to do it,
environment
Mother
in Nova
Trucker.
Scotia. But they unfortunately said they can't train bears to do it. But that would be the best.
He said, well, unfortunately, they said they can't train bears to do it. Yeah, it's not Ringo and the Barnum and Bailey Circus, you motherfucker. ProfessionalGrizzly.com. Come to us with our professional grizzlies. We get them every day. He's methicated. Yes. Daniel's methicated. He's methicated now, y'all. Thank you, Implorium. Appreciate you, dear. Thank you so much. Amen. Justice for Jack and Lilly. I just spit out my coffee. Hey, Hidden. Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to clip that.
Thing to search with. So dogs are the next best thing.
Yeah, Daniel, they've only been domesticated for how many thousands, how many millennia now? The dogs, we don't really have, domesticated bear, right?
Okay, thank you for that. I just have a couple more and then I'm gonna call it for the day. But like I said, I do want to have you and Janie back on when I'm a little better prepared. Do you know if Cindy did reach out to Anita to watch the baby? And was it because Cindy has a CPS record? Like, is that why it was necessary? But I was, let me just say, I was under the understanding that it was just for when Cindy went to work. But were you aware of that requirement or?
No, and CPS never knew about any of that. Because, I brought that up and there's no mention of it in anything. And they never heard of Anita ever. So
Really? That's interesting.
Yes. So there would have been a policy break on that as well. That was another broken.
Guys, just give me 1 second. I have to fix something right here. 1 second. I'm uploading something. Just give me 1 second. Snipping. No. Okay. Oh, no. Wait. It's video. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Just snipping something. Okay. All right. Now I can play it. Sorry. Oops. Wrong one. Wrong one. Wrong one. Okay.
Policy or guideline that she should have followed, and that broke it.
What?
And another thing, Cindy and Malaya should have never let Anita ever watch any child, because I mean, just the way she is as a person is unacceptable. And first of all, she wasn't even in her own kids' lives. She never had custody of them when they were small because she was neglectful to them. What? But one of her kids, did turn out to be, pretty famous. We'll say that. One of her children is famous. I'm not going to say the name on here because that's not the right thing to do. But the information I've received is,
Well, I mean, you can tell me offline, and I can definitely dig in and see if it's corroborated.
Who is he talking about? Does anyone know? I'm uploading something, guys. A new meme. So just bear. What? Who is he talking about?
And the person that told me that is in your chat. So
beautiful.
I'm not going to say any names, so I don't like throwing people's names out there. But yeah,
that's fine, and I will definitely follow that up with you. This is a really good point. If you weren't on drugs when the kids went missing, how can you explain the big difference in your appearance? You remember that rainy day, very early on interview. You looked like death. You looked
the fuck out.
so bad. Can you explain, like, were you in recovery then? Can you just talk about, I guess.
I don't know what day that would have been. That would have been like, maybe like a few days in. And I found it pretty hard to eat because of the stress levels, right? And, doing so much running through the woods, I wasn't probably taking in as many calories as I needed to take in.
You were cracking the hell out, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I look so much different when I have a hat on.
No.
But yeah, that was a very stressful situation for like definitely the first few days was a real hit. But
you was taking the hits. That's for sure. In the bathroom, outside, in the woods, all of that, Daniel.
The first sign of stress was when, me and Malaya woke up that morning and realized that the kids weren't there. And then that's when you have this massive strike of adrenaline. Like, most people will never feel how that feels. And it absolutely wreaks havoc on your body when you're put into a state like that. The only other...
So does math. So does math, Daniel.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
There we go. I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
State that, people really, probably feel like that is I'm guessing if you were in an engagement in the military, I guess, like say if you're like that, you're.
Belinda's daughter was in here. Thank you so much. I just got a text message. I apologize. I missed that. I apologize. Much love to you, my dear. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Your stress levels are probably through the roof, and it takes a massive toll on your body. It really does.
You were cracked out.
And I've got to a point now where, I feel much more healthy and much, much better with, the mind.
I believe Haley. Of course, like I said, other than Belinda, Haley has been the most honest and the most objective when it comes to both Daniel and Malaya, right? And I believe them when they say, well, even Malaya in the RCMP documents says Daniel was running around acting erratic. And Belinda can tell you, everyone that was there can tell you Daniel was acting erratic. Look at his first interview. He is whacked out of his head.
Mind as all those different levels of depressive states pass, and because you'll take them in waves, right? It's hard to comprehend for most people because they never will understand that. But you'll have days where you don't, you don't feel like yourself, right? And they'll go away for, a few weeks or a month, and then you'll have one random day where just, you feel down and the whole world's against you, but you push through. And that's how I've managed to stay so strong, is just have good people that, they have surrounding you and you can talk to. And I have those people, so not very many. But, you keep your circle small and you keep it strong, and that's how you get through. You always think positive.
Right. Leanne, I assume this is some kind of an extension of shenanigans, telling people that I offered Daniel a job. Just to clear it up, I don't have a job to offer you, Daniel, but are you planning on working in Alberta?
No, not that I plan on. I don't.
Daniel's not going to work. He's too hooked on the only thing, next job he's going to have is up in the clink. What's minimum wage in the clink, in the jail in Canada? 25 cents an hour. Pinky, thank you so much, my darling. Appreciate you. Love you, Justin. And thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Pinky. Appreciate you. Very kind of you. Really, really do thank you for that. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Yet this is the same person who hears things in the woods. Yes. Yes. And not only that, I showed you guys text messages of whenever he was, him and his ex was in the woods, and she said he had a little knife, and she was like, "Do you hear that? Do you hear that?" And I was like, "Were you scared?" And she's like, "I wasn't really scared." I was like, "I would have been afraid, like if he had like a knife and he's hearing fucking things in the woods." But she's like, "I really wasn't scared." She was just like, "I was just kind of perplexed about him saying that he could hear something when there was nothing in the woods." You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Anna. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you. I'm going to say I'm not sure what names in this. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anne. Appreciate you very much, Mama. Very kind of you. Thank you so much. We're not going to stop. We're not going to stop. We're going to see this through. We're going to see it through. Whether it's another month, another year, another 5. we're going to see it through. It's $1 a day in the jail in Canada. I don't know how much it is in the United States now. But thank you so much, Anne. Appreciate you. Very kind of you, my dear. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Nani. Good to see you, my dear. Love you, Sassy.
Plan of, ever moving outside Nova Scotia.
You ain't gonna leave your mom's
It's a beautiful place here, and there's beautiful people, and
thank you. And so this one, Daniel, just like to say, well done for being sober and dealing with your issues. I know it's hard, as I've been sober for 23 months now. I know it's hard, so well done and keep it real. And also, do you have, how long have you been clean and sober? Do you have a sober date?
No.
Except you don't have a sober date.
But it's been way over a year now. Obviously, I was sober before the kids went missing. I didn't.
Oh my God. Oh. Daniel, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay.
Drugs. And, I plan on keeping that sobriety as, for the rest of my life. I don't even drink alcohol, right? I mean, that's not just because CPS doesn't allow it. I just haven't, drank alcohol in almost 3 years now. And, most people will fall into that trap where they just change one drug for another. And I don't want to fall victim to that mindset or fall victim to, that. So, but I still smoke nicotine, obviously, but, that helps me a lot too. And I think that's, a de-stressor in itself is just, but yeah, I don't want to fall back into that mindset where you need.
Daniel, everybody knows their sobriety date. And if you have been going to NA, you know your sobriety date. I was going to say mine a second ago, September 23rd, 2012. That is my sobriety date. Come on, Daniel. We all know our sobriety date. Come on. Dummy. Thank you, Miss Joyous. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. You took the words out of my mouth. You was taking the words out of my mouth, Miss Joyous. No sober date. Most folks I know have a certain date to receive a coin. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with saying you're an addict, that you're in recovery or whatever. But he said he doesn't. Remember, he said, yeah, I go to NA twice a week or 2 or 3 times a week just to appease them for the bullshit, is what he said. It's crazy to me. Crazy. Congratulations, Holly. I've been sober for 8 years, 4 months, and 1 day. He's an idiot. And you take it 1 day at a time. 7/2/2004. Awesome. 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 7/7/20. So I got you. Never mind. You got me on that one. Sam, you are so fucking witty, and I love it. I love it. We've got Daniel's sober date, guys. Hold on. We have Daniel's sober date. This just in. This just in. This just in, we've got Daniel's sober date. It is going to be 7/7/26. That is the day that Daniel will make his plea in court. It will be 7/7/26. Enjoy, Daniel. You'll get your coin then, and I'll be there to applaud you, Daniel, for your sobriety. Truly, I will be there to applaud you with your sobriety. I don't believe you're sober now, but awesome, amazing, amazing. Listen, everyone has their struggles, but Jack and Lilly really suffered because of their struggles.
Help you get through reality, and I don't want to fall victim to that. And like when I used to go to NA a lot,
here we go.
You really get to see like how people struggle in everyday life, and I never really struggled like that. It was always just trying to fix a problem that I had neurologically, and
he never really had a problem. You guys, I showed you the text message where Daniel said the math didn't bother him like it bothered other people. First of all, you are not working the program, Daniel, if you say the math doesn't bother me like it does other people, because that is the mind of active addiction talking to you right there. Right there. Because any addiction controls you. You didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. And therefore, Jack and Lilly suffered because of that, because all of your money went to some rocks. All of it. And that is, I don't believe you've ever been to an NA. And if you have been to an NA, you certainly didn't take the program seriously.
My ADHD medication fulfill that.
That's it. You got to surrender. You got to surrender. You got to pay the piper. You got to pay the piper.
Fulfill that wish. And I always knew from, before that I was neurodivergent, and now I have that.
You just like to say these words, Daniel. You just like to say this. Listen. Addiction, you're self-medicating something. You're self-medicating something. But you don't start taking, again, I'm not a doctor, but you don't start taking ADHD medicine and you're cured from your addiction. Okay? It doesn't leave you like that. I used to go, when I first got clean, I was only, like you guys know my story, I had a surgery. I was addicted for 6 months. I knew my doctor. My doctor prescribed me too much, all of that. When I got sober, I was addicted for 6 months. And when I got sober, I went to therapy 3 times a week. 3 times a week. And I hated being sober. I hated it. Because your brain is trying to, fire the dopamine and serotonin and all that again. And your body hasn't had to make any. So everything, I told my therapist, I'm like, everything is gritty. The world is gritty. Like everything. I did not like being sober. I knew it would get better. But he is certainly not working this program. And start, taking ADHD medicine. It would probably help you, right? But it doesn't cure you. It doesn't cure you. It doesn't. And he's like, yeah, now that I got this, we're good. We're good. I had to learn to tell people to F off sober. It was, I cannot imagine being, cause it, like that for years. I just can't. Thank God. Helicopter, thank you so much, my dear. Really, really appreciate you, my darling. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for gifting the pearl necklace. If you received that, make sure you give Helicopter Grandma a big, big thank you. He can. He can. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right, Anna. Sure does.
Corrected, and I'm on a great path.
Excellent. And I feel like I'm going to invite Daniel back, but Carly is gonna eat me alive. Like I have to go and feed him.
Oh, I
have
thought
to
we were
go to
doing
the
another.
bathroom.
I thought we were gonna, do longer than Sunny's podcast.
Wrong to, well, if we're gonna do that, then I need to be more prepared. So I will give her a run for her money, absolutely, but it's just not gonna be today. So thank you so much,
Yeah.
Daniel, for being here.
Yeah, it's like ADHD medication is not. It's not a fix-all or a cure-all. You know what I mean? No medicine is. No medicine is. I don't care if you're taking, what's the medicine they give you if you're like addicted to, like, I don't know what it's called, but you have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to do it here and here. That's the hardest part, actually. I know, Enoch. I know. Methadone, Suboxone. Yeah. Daniel gave lip service. I don't believe anything he claims. No, but there's some very interesting things that he said in this interview. I don't know if there's anything else. Let me see.
And for offering to come up. And like I said, I do
Daniel's
have
always
questions, and
welcome.
I see in the
He's always
chat they've
welcome
just
here.
been going fucking berserk, honestly. And
Thank
a
you.
little bit
That was me.
disgusted, not gonna lie, but I'm gonna go
No,
through it
you'll
all.
always get those people that just,
What, that gives you, fires it back to your bullshit, Daniel? Is that what you mean? Fires back at your buffoonery? Okay, guys. Ooh. Hold on, let me just finish this right here. I'm gonna pull this, upload this.
They get,
Just
as I said, I use this word a lot, they get trapped in that mindset and their beliefs are, stuck.
Yeah.
And no matter how much you try to provide evidence to, point them in the right direction, or,
Oh my God, Daniel, if your direction is the right direction, I'm not going. Ain't gonna happen, boo-boo. You are truly one of the most despicable human beings I think I have ever had the pleasure, dare I say, of hearing. Anyone that abuses, neglects 2 children, and then, in my opinion, knows where the 2 children are, and then lies on a 4 and a 6-year-old while they're missing, and makes up story after story after story. We're different people, boo-boo.
Their belief systems are set in stone, and they'll never change that. And unfortunately, that's just the way the human mind works. People latch onto a rumor or, a belief, and they can't ever switch it. There's like this part in the human mind where it's stuck.
We got a sponsor.
And they'll always believe that. And
fake sponsor coming up.
That's just the way they are. But I encourage everyone just to, look over everything on the case and try to build your own belief system. Don't trust what other people tell you, or rumors or conspiracy theories, or just try to, figure out everything for yourself and try to.
That's right. Use your own brain, people. With this mofo, it would take about 3 seconds to know that he is a lying bastard.
Point yourself in the right direction. Don't let anyone else ever point you in the right direction. What they believe is the right direction. Always make your own choices. Never let anybody steer you in to making choices that you don't want to make.
You are so profound.
And
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like
some people
Dr.
take that
Dipshit.
away.
I mean, for the most part, chat was good. It was good, but the because I welcome all opinions here, but like some of it was just a little bit beyond
Well, you might get
anything.
people from other channels that are, really haters, right? And, maybe they believe all Anita's lies and they gotta,
Don't believe
they see it as their.
Don't believe Anita, and I don't believe you. Let's be clear about that, Daniel.
Their duty to spread the lies and spread the hatred. There's just some people that, they're just not happy with their own lives and they just try to bring everyone else down, and never fall victim to those people.
Right. And I mean, maybe next time I'll just make sure everybody knows that you're not going to be sitting there reading chat, and I definitely won't pull up anything that's ignorant. So it's kind of a waste of your energy. If it makes you feel better to type that way in chat, then do you. But with that, I'm going to say thank you to everybody for being here. And thank you so much, Daniel. And I will talk to you again. And Janie, thank you for entering into chat. So
okay, that is Shar's True Crime Story podcast. But right now we have our news from the pipeline. With our fake sponsor of today. Alrighty, today's sponsor is our fake sponsor is brought to you by Fuckatall drones. Yes, Fuckatall drones. Right here, you can save 10% right now with your Fuckatall drones. If you write in search Grizzly 10, that is search Grizzly 10 for your Fuckatall drones. And you can go to the Grizzly Bear search website, and Daniel will search for you with his pet grizzly for only $99.99, or his birthstone, 2 crystal rocks. We would like to thank today's Fuckatall drone sponsor. Thank you again. Alrighty, thank you again for the Fuckatall drones. We do appreciate you for sponsoring that. Yes, stay methicated, Daniel. Stay methicated. Or not. He is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know about him. There was one part that I wanted to go over again, and I need to find the timestamp. It's just one little part again. Where Scotia Leo said, Justin, did you listen to the cadaver part again, where he tripped over his words, in my opinion, before the cadaver dogs came? Let me look. Let's see if we can find that part right here. 1 second. Okay. Owner's perspective. Daniel mentioned that he's asked for cadaver dogs 132. Scotia, was it in this live stream or was it in the other live stream that I did? Was it in this live stream? That way it'll kind of let me know. Is it Mama's Bear's birthday? Happy birthday, Mama Bear. Happy birthday. I'll say happy birthday to Mama Bear. Happy birthday, Mama Bear. The world is your oyster. It's up for you to find the pearls. And you did. We are right here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mama Bear. Happy birthday to you. And many more. It was in the first part. Okay. So it's got to be 132.41. Let's see.
I don't know if you're familiar for cadaver dogs. The handlers for bringing the cadaver dogs.
You hear that? Yeah. All right, listen to that. He says the cadet.
And my vehicle's up for inspection, and it sat in the. Oh, I squashed the car. Yeah, well, my car got stuck many days in advance. It wasn't like the night before or anything like that. And the reason why I squashed it.
Yeah. My car got stuck. It's not like it got stuck the night before. Daniel, what do you mean the night before? You mean the night before the kids went missing? Because I don't know about you, but that's when we say, and the RCMP says, we believe you did something to the kids Thursday night into Friday morning. That's coming from your words. Your words, Daniel. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Yeah. It's not like,
I squashed the car. Yeah, well, my car got stuck many days in advance. It wasn't like the night before or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not like the car got stuck the night before. That's why you called your buddies, wasn't it, Daniel? Jeannie, thank you, darling. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you. Good to see you, Miss Jeannie. And thank you for being a member here on the Pearl family. Really, really do appreciate you very, very much. Thank you so much, my dear. Old garden gal. I'll just say on a trail. I don't want, on a trail. Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I squashed it, because first of all, the inspection was up.
Yeah. Every time I need an inspection sticker, I just throw away my car. I just throw it away, right? Still making payments on it. Throw it away. I'll throw it away. Yeah, right.
And when you live in Nova Scotia, your cars rot out super fast.
Daniel, I live in a place where the winters aren't much different from where you live. And yeah, we have salt, but you know, I mean, I'm sure you dropped the Drano in your floorboards and it ate, you know, holes in your floorboards, but they don't rot out any faster based upon your geographical location, Daniel. Listen to what he says up here.
I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No, we're not.
But
Not
yeah,
really.
vehicle's up for inspection, and it sat in the yard for I don't know how long,
Whoa,
months
hold
and
on.
months.
Wait a second. It sat. Okay. Listen to him. I need to go back and listen to this whole fucking interview again because I know I'll catch more things. He says it sat in the yard. He's got to think quick.
Vehicle's up for inspection, and it sat in the yard for I don't know how long, months.
Where did it sit? Where did it sit, Daniel, for months? Where did it sit, mother trucker? Yes, greenhouse. Exactly. Where did it sit, Daniel? What was it? Yeah. It would be difficult for a car to. I mean, it's a. Yeah. It sat at the.
And vehicle's up for inspection, and it sat in the yard for I don't know how long.
Didn't set in your yard, Daniel. Didn't set in your yard.
Months and months and months.
Yeah. Right.
It was I had it crushed just like prior to the handlers for bringing the.
Do you hear that? That's very good. If you guys think of something that I might have missed, please message me, text me. Justin, did you listen to the cadaver part where he tripped over his own words, in my opinion, before the kick? Then he says the cadaver dogs came. Listen to this.
How long? Months and months and months. It was I had it crushed just like prior to the handlers for bringing.
I had it crushed just prior to the handlers, the KI, the kids, the handlers. This is why you will not join a panel with me, Daniel. That's very good listening, Scotia. Very good listening. I'm going to sit with my earphones and just listen to it in bed and close my eyes. Listen to Daniel for 3 fucking hours. I'm dreaming about you, Daniel, with the bars going cling like a gong.
The cadaver dogs to inspection. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but yeah, vehicle's up for inspection, and it sat in the yard for I don't know how long, months and months and months. It was I had it crushed just like prior to the handlers for bringing the cadaver.
I had it crushed just prior to the kids, the dog handlers.
Dogs. And they asked me the exact same thing. Why did you have a crush? And I said, it was, starting to rot out. We live in no.
Can you imagine him? He says the RCMP didn't care that he had his car crushed. Okay. And then he says the cadaver dog RCMP asked him why he had it crushed. But they don't care.
Nova Scotia, and there's no saving him at that point. So I just thought.
Can you imagine telling the RCMP, Daniel, why did you have your car crushed? whenever your neighbors said that they heard not Malaya's car, not anybody else's car, that they heard your car and saw your headlights going over top the treetops. They knew it was your car because they've listened to it before. Well, the inspector's dead, and we live in Nova Scotia, so cars don't last as long here. Got it.
It just
that, in my opinion, is going to get a concealment of destroying evidence charge. Let's give a round of applause for Daniel for that. Smart. You're smart. Keep going it your way, Daniel.
Just an extra vehicle in the yard. It was already searched. It was already everything that would need to
Yeah, but you said it wasn't searched.
be done with it because it was there for months and months and months. And I just decided, I'll just, scrap it at that point.
Yeah, scrap it.
So, but you can understand just the way the public is, how that does look suspicious. Can you?
Well, investigators didn't find it suspicious, so they.
Investigators didn't find it suspicious, but they asked him. Let me tell you something, Daniel. If investigators are asking you and then they're asking you again, they're asking you for a reason. Persons who tell on themselves for 300, Alex. Yes. Yes. And hold on. Let me find it. Where is it at? Damn, where's my button when I need it? Nope, not that one. Okay. Persons who tell on themselves for 300, Alex, survey says. That is correct. That was kind of a Jeopardy and a Family Feud in one. Okay. Persons who tell on themselves for 300, Daniel. Thank you. Yes. Do you guys remember that old show? Damn, I can't remember what it's called, but it's an old game show. And you would either get a good prize or you might get like a donkey. You could like switch out the prize and it might be a really good prize, or it might be like a donkey, or it might be like a broom or whatever. What was that show? It's a Let's Make a Deal. Let's Make a Deal. Yeah. That's what it was. Yes. That was a good show. Daniel. We're so sorry, Daniel. Oh my goodness. The plead is coming July 7th. Now watch me whip. Now watch me nay. Watch me whip. Now watch me nay. Donation. Oops, wrong one.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch.
I love that one for Daniel. What scrap yard did he use? I can't say it for reasons, because Daniel doesn't watch me, right? He doesn't watch YouTube, but I can't say. Justin, was it the Nissan Pathfinder that they took to town on Thursday? Well, it just so happens Daniel Looney went to town riding on his donkey, stuck his meth pep in his, and called it macaroni.
Gotcha, bitch.
There we go. That's what he did. The blue, black, the white Nissan Pathfinder. So why doesn't he show the receipt? What he'll have got from the yard. Plus, they'll happily give you a receipt, which will also show the date you took it to get it crushed. Good point. Good point, Divine. Maybe I can text Charmaine and ask him if Daniel would show a receipt. Right? He's not good at that. He's not good at that. Old Garden Gal. Whenever I heard him say the bull, I knew what was up. And then we found out some more information, and that's when we called the RCMP. And I believe, in my opinion, that they were already on it. I believe they were already on it. That's, in my opinion, that's when I was like, they're on it. They're on it. $200-300. Yeah. Yeah. And called it metharoni. That's right.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yes. Called it metharoni. What car is he driving now? Well, who knows, actually, because he bought that Escalade that was gutted inside. His ex-girlfriend told me, she's like, that thing didn't have a rear view mirror. The windows wouldn't work. Nothing. It was gutted from the inside. He said, she's told me that somebody like keyed it or scratched it or something. It's in the text messages I showed you guys. The first week he had it, and it broke down like 2 weeks later. So, who says MBM was pregnant? No way. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me if she's pregnant right now. I mean, they'll take the baby as soon as it's born. I think the scrapyard has to record the VIN. They do. They do. Yep, they sure do. And they also have, let me just say this, they also have who took it in. They have it on camera. They have the VIN. They have all of that. Sure do. Maybe Pinky. I don't know how he has a license, to be honest with you. There's no way he could have a damn insurance. There is no way any insurance company would hold him as a policy. Well, you know, we know that he smashed the car, and we know that there's things.
They never asked a question on it.
Right.
They never asked a question on Daniel taking the car to have it crushed, but he just said they asked him twice.
But can you?
After it sat there for like, I don't know how long, 4 or 5.5 months.
Sat there.
You know, they had all the time in the world to do whatever they need to do with it.
Did you have prior knowledge that the police were coming back with cadaver dogs? Did you have any information beforehand that was going to happen?
Oh, when they originally brought them here, you mean?
Yeah.
Well,
We didn't know
I had
when they
no
were
idea
coming.
what day they were coming, and I just like to know that day. It's like, oh yeah, we're taking the cadaver dogs out of that day, so like I can be ready for the absolute onslaught that I get online.
Daniel, the onslaught that you get online, you are so dumb. Did I hear Daniel correctly when he said in Shan's chat that he prepaid, I think it was $10,000 in child support? Yeah. Yeah, you did. Oh, hold on. I've got more messages from him. 1 second. I forgot about that. Go to my gallery. Okay, Daniel said a few things here. Not a huge fan of Darren, LOL. And then what else did he say? He just got back from the plastic surgeon. What else? It was, hold on, is that a video? Hold on, I want to send this. One second.
From the RCMP, why he thought that you were going to try to frame him, and that anybody that heard the conversation would have thought that he was the one that.
Okay, maybe I got it pulled up now. I think it uploaded. I thought this was interesting. Oops, let me see here. Listen to this. Well, damn, 1 second.
That he was the one that picked up the kids at the side of the road. Why Darren said to Sunny that once he found out you had a phone from the RCMP, why he thought that you were going to try to frame him, and that anybody that heard the conversation would have thought that he was the one that picked up the kids at the side of the road. Like, I actually am more apt to believe that Darren.
Okay. And Daniel said it was a scream from a girl, probably searchers. Oh, I think I think it's Shar. I always forget. I get mixed up. She I think she asked, or someone in chat said, Daniel, when you heard Lily scream, like, why didn't you do something, or something like that? And he said it was a scream from a girl, probably searchers. Message me and I'll tell you. He's such a lying bastard. Such a lying bastard. I don't know how anybody believes this mofo. Such a lying bastard. I can't with him. I really can't. Oh, they milked Patty. Yeah, just Ducky. Yeah, it was said in there. I need to go watch that. All of it. We got a good chance, I think. I think his mom might have. Oh, yeah, he said he had rental properties with his meth 401k. Janie, I think she has a rental in town, or she had a rental in town, from what I remember. No, no. Just like he denied in the Globe and Mail, his dad said he bought groceries, gas, and provided firewood and heat for their home. Daniel, however, denied money problems and claimed to friends that he was getting into investing and turning his life around after the divorce. I believe Earl before I believe you, Daniel. It's crazy. Maybe. All right, guys. It's just a matter of time. Daniel knows it, I think. One second. I was going to show y'all this, I think. I'm going to show y'all something. And maybe some of you guys have never seen this. Maybe some of you have. But look at this. Oh, let me find it. Actually, right here. Let me do it like this. Does anyone notice there's a fucking gate right there on their porch? There's a gate right there on their porch, or there was. Oh yeah, gifts. Thank you, Green Eyes. Did you ever see that? She's good always. She's good. She's growing. I was like, oh my God. It's so obvious. It really is, guys. It's so obvious. Okay, 1 second. And make sure I say thank you to the gifts. All right. Shy, thank you so much for the 32 jewels, my darling. Appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you, Shy. And Happy Turtle, thank you for the 6 chilies. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Deb, thank you for the 480. And Kimberly, thank you for the 6 chili jewels. Appreciate you, my friend. Mayflower, thank you for the 2 sparkles. Really do appreciate you. And Sharon, thank you for the 2 stars. Appreciate you, my dear. Mayflower, thank you again for the 10 lucky gold coins. Appreciate you. PGH, thank you for the 100 of the 100s. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Happy Turtle, thank you for the 40 jewels, the G's. Thank you so much. Lori, Lolo rather, sorry, thank you for the 10 jewels. Appreciate you, my darling. And Dinosaur, thank you for the high 5. Really do appreciate you, my darlings. Very kind of you. And one more second here. Make sure we gotta check the other chat. Oops, other one. Okay. And But thank you so much for the 10 jewels, or the 12. Thank you so much, my friend. Rena, thank you for the 100 jewels, the high fives. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. And Dawn, the porter, thank you for the 2 jewels. Really, really do appreciate you, my darling. Thank you so very, very much. Very kind of you guys. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. I do appreciate you. Make sure you, I gave you a gift of the, yes. Thank you so much, Deb. Appreciate you very, very much. Love. Very kind of you. Thank you. Yep. I think you tagged me. Oh, how do I check my tags? I still don't. I've been on here 5 years and don't even know how to check my tags. But did you make a community post or something? I'll figure it out. Thank you so much, Hidden in the Fog. Good to see you, girl. Make sure you join us tomorrow. Daphne and I will be live, and we're hoping to get Nietzsche on with us as well. So I'll be live from my channel. Daphne will be live from her channel, and Nietzsche will probably be live from her channel as well. So you can join us for that. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. Do appreciate you. Justice for Jack and Lilly. It's coming. Keep the faith and keep praying. Good night, everyone. God bless.